How's it going? So this video is going to be a little bit different, and I can't guarantee I won't be interrupted because my daughter went to do laundry and she might be coming back at any minute. I don't know. So my channel's been through a lot since the official, what I call the birth of my channel in 2021. I've had this channel for over 10 years, and I did some videos and played around with it in 2016, 2015, something like that. But the official kind of birth of the channel, I look at it as 2021, the end of May, when I uploaded the video talking about how I was going to be like making some different stuff and some new content, trying some new things. Really, the antithesis of that, I don't think that's the right word, but the idea behind that was I was going to make a photography channel because I had just gotten a new camera and I wanted to experiment with it and make videos as I learned along the way. And that went well for a couple of months. And then I switched, and I was doing cemetery chats, and I was doing some more creative stuff, and then I was doing vlog style videos, and I've been all over the place. Everything from documentaries to vlogs to stories that I've written. Like, I've done so much with this channel, and it's been all over the place, and I've loved every part of it. That being said, it hasn't been great for growth as far as like, bouncing around to different things. At that point, you're a personality channel, and those are hard to grow. Anything you do on YouTube is hard, but like, especially if you're a personality channel, how-to channels usually go pretty well because like people are looking up, how do I change the motor on my 1972 Chevy or whatever, So how-to channels, they usually they go a little bit further. And a lot of people start with how-tos. They start with like, I know how to do this thing, so I'm going to show it on YouTube. Some people start with creative stuff, and they say, okay, I'm doing something strictly creative, and I'm going to share that on YouTube. Then you've got commentary channels that talk about other people. The Reddit reads channels where they read Reddit stories. Like, you've got a million different times, but the one thing they have in common is typically that they kind of do the same thing over and over again, and people come to them for that reason. When it comes to personalities, that's a lot harder because, one, you don't have a single thing for people to come to. And then when people do show up for something, for instance, my Legends and Tales videos, the people that come to my channel for the Legends and Tales videos, they see that, and then the next thing they see in their feed is a politics video or a insert whatever blog name you want here. And they get confused, and they're like, well, this isn't why I subscribe to the channel. Click, go away. And so it becomes incredibly difficult to try and do anything when you're doing a personality type of thing. And that doesn't bother me that much, except for the fact that, like, when I started this whole thing, I had the idea in the back of my mind that, I really want to do this full time. I want to do something creative as an outlet that lets me express myself, put myself out there, share my opinions, share my thoughts, and share my creative side, and get paid to do that. And I don't think that's out of the realm of, so many people, whether you're actors or musicians or writers, there are so many creatives out there that do get paid well for doing what they do. The vast majority of them don't. I'm in the majority, being that I've done everything that I can to try and get my name out there, to try and push my creative works and stuff, and I don't really make any money off of this, and that's the vast majority of creative people. And so I've been thinking about that lately and how I want to do things on this channel, because I don't know what I want to do necessarily moving forward. On the one hand, I want to continue making videos and I want to continue putting the stuff out that I've been putting out there. But on the other hand, like, I've got to make a living. I've got to make some money, And so when I think about it, and I think about what should I do, what do I want to do, and I come to the realization that, like, YouTube's not the way to do that. YouTube is not going to be something where I'm ever going to make enough money to sustain myself. Writing might be. I'm working on, my wife and I have mentioned this before in podcasts, which new podcast episodes I will be coming out with. But like my wife and I have started a business together, and we're trying to grow that over the next couple of years. And I think that's kind of where things are going to be at for us. And this and social media in general, and whether it's YouTube, Instagram, I have a TikTok for some reason that I hardly ever use. You know, it's what do I do with it? Where do I go with? Where do I go from here? And so I've been really working on thinking about, what do I want to do with this channel? What do I want to do moving forward? Because I can't keep batting around to different topics and different things. And I can't put the dedication and effort into it that it deserves. Like the Legends and Tales videos, for instance. Those videos deserve a lot of attention and a lot of effort. And I put a lot of effort into them when I make them, which is why they don't come out very often. Because there's a lot of research, a lot of time and dedication and time and money, and I go to the locations because I don't want to be one of those channels where I'm just like reading from a script about a creepy thing or sharing some boring historical thing without actually showing you where it happened. And that's one of my primary goals with that series, which is why they don't come out very often. Because it does take that time. It takes money and energy, and especially like in the summer, it's hard to get out and film. It really is for me because I do terrible in the heat. So like I want to continue doing those. But again, how do I do those? And how do I do everything I want to do? Because I've got this huge list of things I want to do. And there's not enough hours in the day. So the question becomes, what do I do? And there's a couple of things I'm thinking about, some things that I'm toying with creatively moving forward. I think honestly, if you're here, if you're watching this video, and if this is the first time you've come here and you clicked on this video and you've watched it this far, hey, cool, welcome. I'm Josh Bearheart Hawk. You should subscribe, but only if you like variety. If you've been around for a while, then you should have figured out by now that I'm going to do a lot of different things. I've got several people that have hung around for a while. Bree is one of them. Bree will probably see this video because Bree watches everything I do. Wooly Bully, same thing. There is that small group of people that watch everything that I do, and I love every one of you. You guys are amazing because realistically, I've bounced around a lot, and for most people, that's just too much. But here's the deal. I've got opinions and views and expertise and things that I want to share. I have been sitting here for the past week and a half watching a lot of political coverage because the election's coming up this year, and I've got so much stuff I would love to say about that. And if you know me, if you've been around for a while, you know that my way of saying that stuff is usually very to the point and very... I try to be diplomatic while also making it very clear where I stand, without being divisive, because my goal isn't to push people out, But similarly, like religious stuff and spiritual, I want to talk about that stuff because I've come out of, I was religious years ago, and I want to talk about my journey through that because I feel like it would be helpful for other people, because my ultimate goal in those kind of things is to let other people know that they're not alone, because I know I'm not the only one that feels the way that I feel. I'm not the only one that thinks I'm not special in that regard, right? And I want to share those things with people. But also, I want to share and talk about the creative aspect of things and how I've written 3 books. I want to talk about that journey. I want to talk about how those came about and what I've been doing with those. And I want to do some more creative projects. I want to... There's some things that I'm thinking about that I'm working on in the background that are very, very creative, as far as like putting out... almost mini movies, short movie things I've been thinking about. And then I want to continue doing the documentary stuff, the Legends and Tales. So I've got all of this stuff that I want to do. And to this point, my biggest concern, my biggest fear has been like, I need to make money off of this. I need to grow it. I need to get to the point. And let's be real. That's probably never going to happen. I don't expect that I'm ever going to hit a point where I'm making good enough money off of YouTube to be able to say, hey, this is awesome. I'm making great money. I don't even think I'll ever get monetized if I'm being completely truthful, because there's just it's nearly impossible given the day and age and given how many people out there, the competition for eyeballs. And everybody likes to say, especially in the creative field, and I follow a lot of other authors on Facebook that'll say, well, it's not a competition. You don't need to get people to read your book over somebody else's book. If somebody wins, we all win. And that's not really true, because time is a resource. Time is limited. And I'm competing against millions of other people that are uploading videos every day for time, for eyeballs, for, so the fact that somebody chooses to give me their time and watch one of my videos, something I've put out, that's awesome. That's something that you can't get back that time. So the fact that you've spent it on something that I did is amazing. I appreciate that. I love that. So, what do I do? What is my goal with this? Ultimately, this channel is about to get a lot crazier. the the title of this video aside, this channel is about to get crazy with some of the stuff I'm going to be doing. I've got live streams planned. I've got more podcasts. I've got some I've got to finish editing today to get put up, and then some more I've got to record. I've got more videos like this. I'm going to do a lot more sit downs. I've got some creative stuff. The Legends and Tales stuff that I'm working on. The Legends and Tales stuff will be more sporadic, but it's still going to be in there. So basically, if you like me, if you like my personality, if you think maybe you have chuckled at something I've said, or you agree with something that I've said or whatever, then hey, you're in the right place. But if you're here for one specific thing, you can still watch just that specific thing, but you're also going to get a lot of other things. And if that's too much for you, I understand. Honestly, I'm at 1,200 subscribers right now, and a little over 1,200. And most of those people came in two waves. One, when I was doing the Legends and Tales stuff, short horror stories, not Legends and Tales, the shorts that I was doing last year. I got a whole bunch of subscribers off of those. And I got a whole bunch of subscribers when I was doing the gaming content, the gaming shorts, back in December and January. And I might even do some gaming stuff. I might even do some gaming stuff at some point, because I play Minecraft all the time. I've been doing a lot of Minecraft lately. So there's going to be a lot of different stuff. And so if that's something that is interesting to you, if that's something that you can look forward to, by the way, coffee mug. Segue. It's not a segue. What am I saying? I don't even know anymore. But if that's something that you enjoy, if you don't mind the variety, you like the different change-ups and different things, buckle in. If you don't like the variety and you don't want to see the other things pop up in your feed, I don't blame you if you decide to unsubscribe. Unfortunately for you, in this day and age, if you have watched several of my videos, you'll still get them for a while, even if you unsubscribe, because YouTube doesn't care if you subscribe or not. The way that the YouTube algorithm works nowadays, subscriptions don't matter. I don't subscribe to channels, and I can barely watch YouTube anymore for the ads and shit. But subscriptions don't matter. They matter to the channel. For me, 1,000 subscribers, if I ever get to the point where I have enough watch hours to monetize, that'll matter. But otherwise, YouTube doesn't care if you have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers if you have 1,000,000 people watching. That's all they care about. That's why Mr. Beast is so popular, not because he has 1,000,000 subscribers, but because he keeps the eyeballs of 12-year-old kids on the screen longer. That's where YouTube's at. And I'm going to have more videos talking about that down the road, more of these kind of videos. So that's all I got for this one. I wanted to talk a little bit about the direction the channel is going to be taking and what to expect moving forward, because there's some things that if you don't like politics, if you don't like religion, if that kind of talk offends you, you're probably not in the right place. I've had videos in the past talking about politics and religion. If you made it through those, you'll be fine. And they're still available, by the way. I've just unlisted them. You can go to my page and you can look at the videos on there. I've got playlists of like all my old vlogs and cemetery chats and stuff like that. So you can still go watch those videos. I just unlisted them from the channel because it was confusing, I think, to people. I'll probably relist them soon because, like, let's be real, if I'm going to be doing this variety thing, might as well have all the stuff I've said out there before out. So, but that's really all I got for this one. We'll be working on another one. Like I said, I've got a couple podcasts that I got to edit and get put out. I've got this video to edit and put out, and then I'll probably record another couple of videos at some point today, just because I'm going to start pumping out content in between when I've got some free time, because like my time right now is taken up between taking kids back and forth to work and stuff like that, and school, which I've got another like week before my new term starts, so I don't have anything to do for the next week. But you know, I've got other things going on. But whenever I get the chance, I'm going to sit down and this is what I'm going to be doing: talking, making videos, putting stuff out, because I've got a lot bottled up inside me that I want to talk about. So I want to thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, subscribe if you want to see the variety of stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.